So is my voice audible to you all? Good morning all. Good morning everyone. So please comment fast, okay, so that we can proceed. Is my voice audible? Good morning all. So comment fast. I gave a homework, right? How many people have solved that module? How many people? Do you have, while solving, did you have any doubt? Okay, so we'll proceed now. So please comment if you have which question do you have doubt. Which question you have doubts? Okay. Sir, in chemical bonding still many concepts is not done yet, right? Yeah, we'll teach them later on, beta. We'll teach them whenever it is required. You have to solve the module. Those concepts I'll teach when you have doubts in the module, okay? Do you have doubts in the module? Which module we were doing? Okay, till 18 any doubt? Till 18 any doubt? Till question number 18. Why I am not teaching all the concepts is because they are not that much important. If you have question which you got doubts, then that question I will teach that particular theory. Understand? It will help you in solving problems. That's what I am saying. So if you have doubts till 18, you can tell me. Okay, question number 2. Question number 2. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Now what happens is, there is a topic called hydrogen bonding. It happens when hydrogen is bonded to NOF. Then there is an hydrogen atom which is bonded to nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and there is another NOF. Two conditions. First condition is hydrogen must be present, it must be bonded with NOF, then there should be another NOF. If this is happening, then you have hydrogen bonding, and whenever there is hydrogen bonding, it pulls up the other molecule. Okay, then it is of two types. It is of two types: intermolecular, intramolecular. One is inter, another one is intra. Inter means between two molecules. Between two molecules. Between two molecules. Whereas intra is in single molecule. Okay. So if you have intermolecular hydrogen bonding, its boiling point increases, its vapor pressure decreases, and it becomes less volatile. Whereas if you have intramolecular hydrogen bonding, then its boiling point decreases, its vapor pressure increases, and it becomes more volatile. Understood? This solves your question. So that was question number 2. So after question number 2 we got 13 question. Okay. So this is question number 2. Then we got question number 13. Okay. Now question number 13 says what? Which of the following option with respect to increasing bond order is correct? Increasing bond order is correct. So now in this case we have called MOT theory. Is it visible, right? This side? Yes, it is visible. Okay. Now next theory is known as MOT theory. Now in the case of MOT theory, what happens is we draw in a box diagram for MOT orbitals. Okay. How do I write? I'm going to write simply as electronic configuration. Sigma 1s, that's how you should memorize it. Sigma star 1s, then sigma 2s, then sigma 2p, not sigma 2p, sigma star 2s. This side. Sigma star 2s, then we'll have sigma 2px, pi 2py, pi 2pz. Then we'll have pi 2p y star, pi 2p z star, and sigma 2p x star. Understand? This is configuration for more than 14 electron. This is electronic configuration for more than 14 electron. But if you have for less than 14 electron, what is the configuration? Then we write sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma 2s star. Then these two comes here, that goes away. Pi 2py, pi 2pz, sigma 2px, this stays same. Pi 2py star, pi 2pz star, sigma 2p x star. Now you need to fill electrons. Why you want to fill electrons? You know that each orbital can accommodate maximum 2 electrons. So in this way, you can fill maximum 2 electrons. So now, and then what happens is, wherever these stars are there, star is known as anti-bonding molecular orbital. Star is known as anti-bonding molecular orbital. Without star are known as BMO, which is known as bonding molecular orbital. Understand? Then how do they are this question number 13, they are asking bond order. So bond order has a formula. What is the formula of bond order? Bond order equals to half of BMO electron minus bonding molecular orbital electron minus ABMO electron. Anti-bonding molecular orbital. This is a formula. So now first option we'll see. Now first option is NO. Right? First option is NO. Okay, first option is NO. So we can solve here. Okay. A option. NO. So you should find, there is an order, but there are four species. So all those four bond order you find out. Okay. Then we can arrange them increasing or decreasing. NO is there, C2 is there, O2 minus is there, He2 plus is there. Okay. So in each case we'll try to find out the bond order. Once I know the bond order, then we can proceed. Which is more, which is less. So now NO. First we should We should find total number of electrons in them. NO is 7 plus 8. There are 15 electrons. Here how many electrons? 12 electrons. Here how many? 8 to the 16 minus this extra. So 17 electrons. Then He2 plus. It has total 4 electrons, but 2 is lost. So total 2 electrons. Now in bonding molecule, in MOT, if you have same number of electrons, its bond order will also be same. It doesn't depend on species then. But right now there is no species which have same electron. Okay, so it means there is no same bond order right now. But we can find out. So easiest is lesser value. 2 electron means I'll apply here because for less than 14. How many cases are less than 14? These two cases are less than 14. These two cases are greater than 14. So first these two will do first. Then we'll do that. So one doing this He2 plus 1 sigma 1s2. 2 electron done. I wrote sigma 1s2. Next, once I write this, then I can. That's all for He2 plus. He2 plus electronic configuration will be what? Sigma 1s2. That's all. I don't have any more electron to fill, so I am not able to fill it also. Then, so this becomes bonding, this becomes anti-bonding. So what is the bond order? Bond order equals to half. BMO is 2 minus ABMO is 0. So bond order comes here as 2 by 2. Bond order comes as 1. Bond order comes as 1. Right? Able to understand? Right. Then we do 12. To fill for 12, 2 here, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. I fill total 8. I fill total 8. How many more to fill? I want to fill 12. So 4 more. So first I fill 1 here, then 1 because both are having same energy. So 1, 1, and 2, total 10, 2 more. So 2py2, 2pz2. Now if I find bond order, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 4, 8. 8 minus 2, 2. 8 minus 4, 4 by 2, 2. So bond order for C2 is 2. Okay. And the next one. Next one is okay, so next one now we'll do 15. 15 is more than 14, so we're going to fill here. 1s2, 2s2, 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 2px2, 2py2. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 2s are 12, but I need to fill 15. So 2 more. So 12 plus 2, 14. But now I'm going to fill only 15, so 1 more only. So that was here 1. Okay, so if you add 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 8 plus 2, 10. 10 minus 2, 2, 2. 10 minus 5, 5. 5 by 2. 2.5. Right? Then we'll fill 17. So 15 I filled. 6, 17, 2 more I'll do. So 1 here and 2 there. Okay. In that case, what is the bond order now? 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 10 plus 8 plus 2, 10. 10 minus 2, 4, 6, 7. 10 minus 7. 10 minus 7 is 3. 3 by 2 is 1.5. So now I got all the bond order. Then can I arrange in decreasing? Which order they are asking? Increasing order. So minimum is for He2 1 minute. This He we did wrong. Okay, this He is here. He 2 plus 1. We'll do this. So total is 4. 4 minus 1. We have 3 here. This is 3. Okay. 3 electrons. If you have 3 electrons, you will write 1 as 2 and 1 as 1. So 2 minus 1. This is 1 by 2. So this is 0.5. Okay, now we'll arrange He, not 2 here, He 2 plus. Is minimum is this? The next second highest is O2 minus, third highest is C2, fourth highest is 2.5, which is 2.5 is NO. So which option is correct? He2, O2 minus C2. D option is correct. 13 we got D answer. Able to understand? Okay, after 13 we have got question number 14. Full board, full board. Okay, so next question is 14. Which number 14? The bond order of the given species. Now, this side on. Bond order, 14 question is bond order of the given species. This is a very standard question. You should be able to memorize the bond order also if you can. O2 plus, this is question number 14, okay. O2, 2 plus. O2 minus, O2, 2 minus. This is a dioxygen gas. Dioxygen bond order is always 2. You have memorized it also. Bond order. Because it has got 2 double line. It has got 1 double line, it has got double bond, so bond order is 2. Now in this case it was 16. It is 16. You have got 1 electron you have removed. As you have removed 1 electron, so bond order is increasing. 2.5. This is 3. This is 1.5. This is 1. So we can arrange it also in decreasing or increasing order. Hemal Jaina is saying, sir, no module. Why no module, Hemal? Good morning, sir. If they didn't, sir, they did not send scanned copy in WhatsApp group. They must have sent. I told them to send it. We'll check. Okay, we'll check later on. Okay. Samia, question number 16 is asking now. The correct order of dipole moment. The correct order of dipole moment. Okay, the correct order of dipole moment. So now this question is, which question you are asking? 16, right? So question number 16. When solving 16 question, dipole they are asking, okay? Dipole movement. When you want to solve dipole movement, if you have symmetrical molecule, there are 2 types of things are there. Symmetrical molecule, unsymmetrical molecule. If molecule is symmetrical, then its mu is 0. Okay. If its mu is 0, it is known as non-polar. If it is unsymmetrical molecule, its mu, which is called dipole moment, is non-zero, which makes molecule as polar. Okay. And the trick goes like this. How do I memorize this trick? Zoom this only. Till here. Okay, so how do I memorize this? If you are not writing not here, mu is equal to 0, non will come here. If you use non here, then it won't come here. So mu is equal to 0, non-polar. Non will come 1 time. Mu is non-zero, so polar. Mu is 0, so non-polar. And how do I memorize this side? If the symmetrical, 0. Unsymmetrical, non-zero. So options. CH4. CH4 is tetrahedral. Unsymmetrical means, or symmetrical means no lone pair. it should not have any lone pair, is called symmetrical molecule. So it is symmetrical because it doesn't have any lone pair. NF3 is mu is non-zero. NH3 mu is non-zero. H2O mu is non-zero is because it has got one lone pair, two lone pair. Okay, and this is more the lone pair, more the dipole moment. Understood? Okay, so the correct option is option 1. Then after 16 we got 17 question also. The bond angle are in the order. The bond angle are in the order. So next question is question number 17. What are the species? NH3, NH4 plus and NH2 minus. Now in this case what happens is we apply VSPR theory. VSPR theory. Its full form is valence and electron pair repulsion theory. Valence and electron pair repulsion theory, which says that lone pair force is greater than lone pair bond pair repulsion is greater than bond pair greater. Or you can say bond angle is inversely proportional to number of lone pair. Bond angle is inversely proportional to number of lone pair. If now lone pair is more, bond angle is less. Here you have one lone pair. Here you have zero lone pair. Here you have two lone pair. So we can solve. So maximum bond angle for this, followed by this, followed by this. After 17, we have got question number 18. Okay. Which of the following match is not correct? That I already told you. Question number 18 is hybridization wise. Last class I taught you that lone pair, bond pair, sigma bond pair plus lone pair will find value, hybridization state, electronic geometry, shape if lone pair is not there. So 18 is also there. We can solve 18. The order of the increasing bond angle, we find hybridization, we find shape, we find bond angle. The lattice energy, yes, this is good question. Question number 20 I will discuss now. Question number 20. The lattice energy of Kf and Kc. Okay, so this is question number 20. This side. Okay. So now lattice energy is directly proportional to charge, inversely proportional to size. If size increases, lattice energy decreases. If charge increases, lattice energy increases. Done. Any other doubt? Do you have any other doubt? Till 33. Tell fast. Okay, question number 29. A metal M forms dichloride, a metal M forms chloride and it's +2 and +4 oxidation. Which of the following statement is about this chloride is correct? Okay. Now this is called Fajans rule. This theory talks about it. This is 29. This talks about Fajans rule. And Fajans rule what says that if you want to have ionic character is directly proportional, or instead of ionic character you memorize reverse. It will be easy for you. Instead of ionic character, Fajans rule says that a covalent character is directly proportional to a polarization. Polarization is directly proportional to charge. If you have more charge, more polarization, and more polarization, more covalent character. More covalent character than lesser ionic character. Directly proportional to charge. Charge on cation or anion. Directly proportional to size of anion, inversely proportional to size of cation. If size of cation decreases, then polarization increases, covalent character increases, ionic character decreases. Now, in the question number 27, M plus 2 and plus 4, you got some metal, M2 plus and M4 plus. So basically in this case, what is dominating factor? Charge. Here charge is more, M plus 4 is more, so charge on cation is more than this side. It means polarization for M4 plus is more. Polarization is more, covalent character is also more. If the covalent character is more, ionic character is less here. It means ionic character is more here. So this is ionic character. So MCl2 is more ionic than MCl4. Question number 29 done. Mohammad Khaja Shamuddin, what is a periodic table? Who is this guy? Mohammad Khaja Shamuddin. What is periodic table? What shall I say? It is not a normal table. It is not a normal table where we sit and eat, okay? It is a table consisting of 118 elements, okay? So, one question, Mohammad Khaja Shamuddin, which class do you study? Then we'll talk whether you should know periodic table or not. Any other doubt? Tell me any other doubt? Anyone else? Question number 31. What 31 says? The charge by size ratio of cation determines its polarizing power when which one of the following sequence represents in the increasing order of the polarizing power of the cationic species. First charge. If charge variation is there, then size variation. If you look for this, charge is same. No, charge is not same. First three charges same. B2 plus, Mg2 plus, Ca2 plus. So they come under this. Same charge. But then there is one cation which has lesser charge. +1. So +1 will come at the last. Then you got three more. What are those two? B2 plus, Mg2 plus, Ca2 plus. Then what happens is, size of cation, whoever size is less, its polarization is more. So B2 plus is maximum, followed by followed by Mg2 plus, followed by Ca2 plus, followed by K plus. This is question number 31. What are the isoelectronic species? Those species which have same number of electrons are known as isoelectronic species. What else? Ask me first. We have to teach another chapter also. Tell me first. What else doubt? Isoelectronic species means which have same number of electrons. Question number 19. 19 I have already discussed. No? The increasing order of the bond angle, find hybridization, find shape, then you will find the bond angle. What else? Any other? So till 45, any doubt? Till 45. Till 45. Okay. So we'll start now with our next chapter. Okay. So what is the next chapter name? Tell me. What is the next chapter name? To the whole board. The next topic name is General Organic Chemistry, okay? Or we call it as GOC in short form. We call it as GOC in short form. Now when we go into this, there are three types of chapters are there which you need to solve. First chapter is nomenclature. Second is known as isomerism. And the third one is known as GOC second. Okay. So we got nomenclature, we have isomerism and GOC. So basically first we'll start with chapter. Tell me. We'll start nomenclature. We'll start nomenclature. Okay. And nomenclature will do IUPAC naming. We'll do IUPAC naming. Okay. In nomenclature we do IUPAC naming. So before I go to IUPAC naming, all people write what is the full form of IUPAC? What is full form of IUPAC? Let's see how much people know. So International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 38, only 5 people knows. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is 33%. We are about to pass. Okay. So most of them given correctly. So what happens is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So it has given some already set of rules to which follow, so that we can write a IUPAC name of it. Okay, first of the rule is we find maximum number of carbon atom chain which has functional group or multiple bonds or substituent. Okay. First we find maximum number of carbon chain. Maximum number will count carbon only, and after counting carbon we should be able to get the maximum number of carbon possible. We find that maximum number of carbon chain. Okay. Once I do this, then second rule is numbering is done from now. Whenever you get a chain, let's take this is a chain. Okay, let's take this is a chain. So whenever you have a chain, it will have two ends, either this end or that end. Correct? If this is a chain, this chain could be very long, very lengthy chain, but it will start from one point and it will end at second point. So you will have two ends. So the numbering is done from that end which gives minimum number 2 functional group or multiple bond or substituent. Okay, so this side only do this side. So numbering is done from that end which gives minimum number to functional group, multiple bond and substituent. Once I do numbering, third, then I have to write IUPAC name. And while I am writing IUPAC name, how it's written? IUPAC name is equals to first we write prefix plus root word plus suffix. Not the full code. This much only. So IUPAC name is equals to prefix plus root word plus suffix. Okay. So now what happens is IUPAC name. First we write prefix followed by root word followed by suffix. The important thing is root word and the suffix is classified into two types: primary suffix plus secondary suffix. Okay, suffix is classified into two types: primary suffix and secondary suffix. Plus, so instead of suffix I can write primary suffix and secondary suffix. Before that I will have root word plus prefix. Okay, then what happens? Important things to write is always each compound will have these two minimum. All compounds have root word plus primary suffix in all cases. This would be if it has, this is also if compound has, it will have, but not all compound will have secondary suffix and prefix. Why? Because secondary suffix is used for functional group. Used for functional group. So if the compound does not have functional group, I can't write secondary suffix. And prefix is used for substituent. Okay, prefix is used for, so if the compound doesn't have substituent, doesn't have functional group, you can't write prefix, you can't write secondary suffix. So what you can write for most of the compound? Most of the compound we can write root word and primary suffix. So now first I'll teach you what is root word, what is primary suffix. And how many people knows? Most of the people must be knowing what is root word, right? So I'm going to make a list here, okay? Then we'll proceed. Zoom other side. So we'll make a list now. This side. Okay, so the list goes for root word. This reason only, okay? Full zoom. So this root word goes like this: number of carbon atom and its root word. Number of carbon atom and its root word. So if the number of carbon is 1, root word is meth for 2, eth for 3, prop for 4, but for 5, pent for 6, hex for 7, hep for 8, oct for 9, non for 10, dec for 11, undec for 12, dodac. Copy this list. Copied all? So you can recite with me: meth, eth, prop, but, pent, hex, hept, oct, non, dec, undec, dodac. Right? These are the number of carbon atoms. So these are the root word. Okay? Then after I write root word, the next one is called primary suffix. Now for the case of primary suffix, we have, if you have single bond everywhere, then primary suffix is ane. But if you got at least one double bond, then it is known as ene. One triple bond, it is known as ine. It is known as ine. Copy that also. Copied. Copied. Okay, this side now. So now we'll try to solve. Okay. So question is, write IUPAC name. Okay. Question is, write IUPAC name. Okay. So I'm going to draw some compound structure. You can write its name. Okay. So easy. First one is easy. Tell me, what is the name of this compound? Right, its name is methane. Okay, so now I'm going to write a little bit CH3, CH2, 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 CH, CH2, CH3. Do this now. Octane is not correct. Tell fast. Try fast. So now I'll solve, okay? So first of all, you will find the longest chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. So I'm getting 7, 7 2 times and I'm getting 3 1 time. So which is maximum? 7. 7 is maximum. I can take this longest chain. This is 7. This is also correct. This is also correct. Either you take like this or you take like this. Okay. The numbering is done from the end, which gives least value. So least value to what? Least value to functional group, substituent, multiple bonds. Is there any functional group? No, there is no functional group. Is there a multiple bond? Multiple bond means double bond, triple bond. So it is also not there. Then what is there? Substituent is there. Where is substituent? If you take this as your longest chain, then this is your substituent. This is your substituent. Okay. Then, so this should get least value. But if you number from here 1, 2, 3, so we'll number it, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is one numbering. Another numbering could be, if I number from this end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My question to you is, this substituent, this CH3, is getting 6 and 2, right? If you do from that end 6, if you do from this end 2, now my question to you is, which one is minimum? Which one is minimum? Out of 6 and 2, which one is minimum? Can you reply that? Can you reply? Right? 2 is minimum. It means the way, the direction or from the end which I got 2 is correct. So from which end it has got 2 correct? From, I got it 2 from this end. So this numbering is correct. That numbering is incorrect. Okay? So once you have substituent, what happens is the next one. Substituent means prefix is there. So first we write root word. What is root word? Total number of carbon are 7. For 7 from the list is hept. So hept plus, because I was writing plus in the formula, hept plus primary suffix. Everywhere there is single bond. So and, right, secondary suffix is not there because it doesn't have any doesn't have any functional group, but it has got substituent. So substituent means prefix. Now whenever you want to write prefix name, at the last we write YL. We add YL. How many carbon in this case? 1. For 1 carbon, root word is meth. After you write meth, you add one word called YL. That will become methyl. Right? Once it will become methyl, then you should also write which position methyl is coming. What is the position for methyl? 2. So we write 2-methyl. Now I am going to add everything. Okay. So their name will become 2-methyl heptane. And try to write this whole name in single word. Single word. Understand this way? Okay, so I'm going to give another question. Try to solve that question. Okay. Zoom here. Write it. Solve this. Find the name and tell me name. Whoever has written 2,4 diethyl pentane is incorrect. You did not learn the basic concept. The basic concept is you should get maximum number of carbon chain. Nikhil, your answer is incorrect. Narayan, Guru, your answer is incorrect. Nidhi Sastri, your answer is incorrect. The question is plotted in such a manner that you will do mistake. Yes, now the answer is about to be correct. Okay, so if you count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you will get 5-membered chain. But then you have not tried all the possibilities. You have to try most of the possibility. Counting from here also, because this could be an end also. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is minimum, but it does not mean that is the only possibility. You could try one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that is not the last possibility. One more is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So whichever is your parent hydrocarbon, whichever is your maximum number of chain, put that in a box. Put that in a box. Once I keep that in a box, next one is numbering. 1, 2, 3. This is substitute. Good afternoon all. So we are back. We were having a little bit of problem, so now the problem is resolved. So while you are listening this, if my voice is audible to you, please comment. Okay, so all those people who are able to listen my voice, please comment. Am I audible? Okay, so let little bit more people to join, then we'll start. Okay. Okay. So we'll solve one more problem. Try to get this now. Now onwards, I'll not write carbon and carbon. We'll draw in something called line diagram. We'll draw line diagram. How many people knows about line diagram? Tell me in comment box. How many people knows about line diagram. So if you know, you can please comment that do we know line diagram or not, then we'll do. Okay, so we know line diagram. So now I'll draw one line diagram. We have to write IUPAC name of it. Solve this question. What is the point in this case is each end is carbon. Second point is each corner, each bend is carbon. This is a carbon, 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 but this is not carbon. This is Cl. This is not correct. Okay, so solve this now. Tell me the answer first. Solve fast. Okay, so are you people trying? Tell me. Do we have an answer? Tell fast. Can I solve this question or not? So, August 3 chloro 2 comma 4. But I use dash also, hyphen also properly. Don't do this type of mistakes. Okay, so first we have to find the paired hydrocarbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm getting 6. But I'm seeing one more carbon here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We select this one. The reason here is because if you select this, then there is only one substituent. But if you select that one, so you got 1 and 2. That is the reason. Now we'll do numbering. So from here 1, 2, 3, first substituent is coming at third position. From here substituent is coming at second position. So we know 2 is less than 3. So this is incorrect numbering. We'll remove this. We'll do the numbering from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So now, then what happens? That in this question, you have so many substituents, you have so many prefixes. Then the point here is, all the prefixes are arranged alphabetically in the name. All the prefix names are arranged alphabetically. So first, what are the names? What is the name of this? This is known as ethyl. Because there are 2 carbon, 2 ethyl. This is methyl. This is methyl. This is chloro. Right? So which is come in alphabets? Who will tell me? Out of these four, which come first in alphabet? So chloro come first. So then we write chloro. So chloro. But then I told you whichever substitute you will write, that many names or that many numbers also you have to write. So chloro is coming at 4. Now 4, this is digit, this is the letter. They are separated by a dash or hyphen. Don't put a comma here. Comma won't come here. There is a dash will come. Comma will come where? Comma will come when you want to separate digit and digit. Zoom out, zoom out. Okay, so 4 chloro. After chloro, which will come? After chloro, ethyl will come. Okay, then ethyl is coming at 3 dash ethyl. 4 chloro, 3 ethyl, then 2 comma 5. Now I'm writing comma. Now I'm writing comma. Now I'm writing comma because 2 comma 5. Because digits. Then methyl. So total value we have to write 5, 6, 7. Methyl heptane. Okay. Now full board, full board. Full board. Copied? Okay, done. So can I give you one more question? Can you solve? Okay, so the next question I'll give. Try to solve this question, okay? Are you people solving? 2 chloro 4 ethyl 5 methyl heptane. Guru, your answer is incorrect. Hemal, your answer is correct. So we can do the numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon chain. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm able to get 7. So that is your parent hydrocarbon chain. Once it is selected, the numbering from here you will get third point, from here you will get second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll have name as 2-chloro. We'll have name as 2-chloro. This is ethyl. This is methyl. Ethyl come first. 4 ethyl, 5 methyl, and heptane. 2-chloro, 4-ethyl, 5-methyl, heptane. Correct, Mohalla. Mohalla answer is also correct. Okay. Next question. Now the next question is with the double bond. Okay. So try. Try this question. Are you able to get an answer for the next question? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 carbon. If you count from here, double bond will start at third position. If you count from here, it will start at fourth position. So the correct numbering is from here. So the answer is Hept 3E. Right? Correct. Next question. This is a ring. So whenever you have a ring, so we use one word called cyclo. Then how many ring it is? 6 carbon ring. Cyclohex. Now numbering could be done from any end, but we'll start from the end which has double bond. Cyclohex 1E. Okay. Now we'll do for something with a functional group. Okay. So the first functional group is this. Write a name. Next question. So this is a functional group. What is the functional group? Functional name carboxylic acid. If it is a functional group, it has suffix. Its secondary suffix is oic acid. OIC, oic acid. So this is a carbon which is included in a parent hydrocarbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer is 3-chloro-pentanoic acid. 3-chloro-pentanoic acid. Yes, most of the people have written correct. Right, the next one will also try, okay? Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 methyl heptanoic acid. Right? Solve the next one, okay? What is the answer? Guru, your answer is incorrect. Okay, so you see this question. This is a very interesting question Please try to listen very carefully, okay? Now, what happens is this is a functional group, so 1. But then what happens is this hole is present at this ring. Now, this ring has a name, cyclohexane, okay? But the problem here is this has 6 carbon. You cannot write cyclohexanoic acid because in cyclohexanoic acid there are 6 carbon only. But actually there are 6 plus 1 carbon. So you have to mention clearly. Okay, so the name goes like this. Cyclohexane. So this is 6 carbon, but I have to mention another carbon for this. For that we use carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. So this is presented first 2, 3. So the answer becomes 3-chlorocyclohexanoic acid. 3-chlorocyclohexanoic acid. 3-chlorocyclohexanoic acid. It is not benzoic acid because in benzoic acid there will be a double bond. There will be a double bond. Next question. Right name. Correct. So benzene carboxylic acid. This is a benzene ring. So benzene carboxylic acid. Now it was so important compound that IUPAC has given it another name. That is known as benzoic acid. That is known as benzoic acid. That is known as benzoic acid. Okay, so the next one. Now we'll do functional group, next one, which is known as anhydride. Next one is known as anhydride. So its name is known as OIC anhydride. Its secondary suffix. This is known as secondary suffix is OIC anhydride. So it looks like this. Right? Write its IUPAC name. Anyone got the answer? Pentanoic anhydride is not the correct. Okay, so what happens is, this is oxygen in the middle, so this is not a longest chain. Okay, this you will count separately, this you will count separately. Understood the concept? There is oxygen in the middle, so you can't come from the all over from here to there. There is a breaking here. So we count this separately, that separately. There are 1, 2, 3. This is eth, this is prop. Which come first? Eth come first. So ethanoic, propanoic, anhydride. Ethanoic, propanoic, anhydride. Easy. So one more question will solve, right? Okay. Solve this question. Anyone got the answer? Okay, so we do numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is butanoic, this is pentanoic. So butanoic first come in alphabet, so this is written first, that is written secondly. Okay. Then whatever is substituent on this, it will be written before it. Whatever substituent is over here, it will be written before it. Okay. So now what happens is this. So now what happens is 2-chloro butanoic 4-bromo pentanoic anhydride. Understand? 2-chlorobutanoic 4-bromopentanoic anhydride. Clear? Okay. So we'll try to solve one more problem. Now this is based on acid halide. Write its name. What I have written is CH3, CH2, CO, Cl. Now this is not an anhydride anymore. Now what is this? This is called acid halide. Its functional group is known as acid halide. Its secondary suffix is OL halide. Its secondary suffix is OL halide. This is the last question for us, okay? So you better solve it soon so we can wind up later on, okay? This is the last question for today class. You can till the next class, whatever is remaining part of this, there is too much is remaining, we'll cover in the next class. Propanoyl chloride. So this is the longest chain. 1, 2, 3. 3 is pro. So pro. Then all are single bond. Propane. Propanoyl. OYL. Now halide which halogen it is? Chlorine. So chloride. Propanoyl chloride. Okay. Now listen up very carefully to me. So this is module 2. Okay. In module 2 we have got first chapter as classification and nomenclature. We get first chapter as classification and nomenclature. And in this how many problems are there? In this case, in this chapter there are 70 problems are there. Okay. 1 minute. Not 70. In this case we got how many? 65 problems are there. Okay, 65 problems are there in module 2 chapter 1. Try to solve this, and whenever you don't get this scanned copy in the group, you please comment there that please send us a scanned copy so that people can listen. Okay, understand? So try to solve. If you have module, solve it from the module. If you do not have, ask for it in the groups. Okay, tomorrow we'll continue from the next class, and please solve this exercise. Okay, thank you all. Thank you very much.